Yeah, my butt cheeks gonna be all right in jail. I'm all right. Heterosexual, how you call it? I'm Gucci. Ain't no bedtime stories about the nice in jail. I've been in jail my whole life. We ain't in the box no more. I'm free, you heard? They call me heavy pockets in the departments of corrections, you heard? But niggas had money, but niggas ain't had Puerto Rican Jesus money. My father was shutting Rucker down when Craig Mack, Biggie Smalls, the whole Bad Boy team. Puffy allowed to tell you that shit. But we can show these people that we got the biggest story on the East Coast.
This the Buffalo experience, I know that you be hearing this. If you never heard of it, you must be delirious. Tapping if you're serious, we working if you're curious. Experience in Buffalo, sit down and enjoy the show. Let's go. This the Buffalo experience. Let's go. Yeah, I know that you be hearing this. Let's go, let's go. It's a podcast. Let's go, Buffalo. It's a podcast. This the Buffalo experience. Let's go. Yeah, I know that you be hearing this.
My name is Mo Teeks. This is the Buffalo Experience Podcast.
I'm rolling with Big Dave.
I'm King Taco.
You got the son of Puerto Rican Jesus in the building.
Yeah.
Documentary coming soon.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
We're going to be saying that a lot in this podcast because the documentary is coming very, very soon.
Why don't we actually get right into that then? So, we'll start off. How do people find your documentary when it releases?
I mean, as of right now, I'm working on it, and I'm doing it in in the season format. Let me say so. The way I'm gonna narrate it, I want to do it where I'm breaking it down into episodes.
Okay.
So I probably have like 2 speakers to 3 speakers on each season.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then I probably drop a season at a time. But I don't know. I want to do it on Tubi, so that's where it should be on Tubi.
Hell yeah.
But I'm definitely open to putting it on a lot of other platforms as well.
And do you have like a name for it already, or like?
Yeah, it's called The Life and Times of Puerto Rican Jesus.
All right.
Nice, bro.
All right. Well, y'all better keep an eye out for
Yeah,
that.
I can't
that's a
wait for
fact.
that, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, one of the biggest stories on the East Coast. That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. Really, you know what? Because like, me and my boy Taco here, he was like, yo, do your research. Like, homie's got some big shit, and like his dad had, lost emotion and shit. And I heard of Puerto Rican Jesus long ass time ago. But
I think a lot of people heard of your father a long time ago.
I never knew like the details, and like I watched the documentaries and all that shit, and there's a lot of wild shit. We're gonna get into all that shit right here. First thing I was gonna get into was kind of like your childhood, what it was like growing up with your dad.
I mean, growing up, I kind of wasn't with my dad. Okay. I mean, my mom's raised me. So really, my mom's was my dad. You feel me? If that makes sense.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But my dad was a known person that he kind of like didn't want people to know I was his son. So my mom and him really wasn't like on good terms when I was growing up. Let me say that. So that kind of separated me from living with him in the same household.
Right.
You understand? From whatever differences they was going through.
Yeah, definitely.
You feel me? So I basically seen my dad when he came over, got me separately, and then he'd take me to my grandmom's crib, which is his mother, and I spend most of the time over there because, of course, he was in the street. So he'd come get me, but that'd be my come get.
But he's not about to bring you around and show you,
Yeah, so he'd be basically get me, put me in safety zone, and then back to do what he do.
Right.
You feel me? But I went to carnivals and shit like that, amusement parks, regular kid stuff with him.
Hell yeah. So, at what point, because obviously you said, when you were a kid, you were kind of like in the safe zone, and he was keeping you out of the way of all the bullshit. Like, at what point did you actually figure out, who your dad really was and what he was doing?
Like, when I was growing up, it was easy already to know who he was because of the way I come outside in my projects. Like, I grew up in Cypress Hill projects in East New York, so that shit was like back in the days was like people couldn't even walk through there. The lights, the light poles, everything gets shot out. At a certain time, you got to be in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know Cypress, you know. But like I said, with me, I never had to worry about going in a house at a certain time. Certain privileges I got off the strength of my dad. Let me say that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, but I knew. You understand?
Right, yeah. You weren't
Because the way
exactly
people
sure,
treat me,
but
you understand? I come outside,
Yeah.
people just give me money. Like, I'm not nobody just for you to just hand me money.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So I had to understand at a point in time, if I'm these people coming up to me just giving me pocket full of money, saying, yo, here go some money, little
yeah,
D.
tell your dad.
Yeah,
Tell your
and
dad I looked
said,
out
"What's
for
up?"
you.
But the other little kids, that's my friends, they not getting the money, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm going to the ice cream truck to give the kids, ice cream.
Right, yeah.
'Cause I'm making sure they look out for my little friends, you feel me? My
Hell
little
yeah.
crew.
You gotta look out for your people,
Yeah,
so that's
so,
cool.
They didn't get that same love, so I knew it was something weird. But I
Yeah.
can't, as a kid, you can't pinpoint it, but you know that
course.
you get treated better than others. Let me
Right.
say that.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Especially where you grew up too, right? Like,
Yeah, in
you
the
just getting
projects,
money
you
out of
feel
nowhere.
me?
These kids
Yeah.
are like, damn, huh?
And there's
You know?
people out there,
So you had to-
taking lives and doing unnecessary stuff for
Yeah.
money. So yeah, you know, but you don't know. Like I
Yeah.
said, you're a kid, so you could feel a difference.
to figure it
but
out.
you got to figure out throughout life, And that's
Right.
when I grew up to understand. And I'm 40 now, and I'm still understanding who my father is. You understand? And there's still a lot more to come. You feel me?
Right, yeah.
Wow. So it's almost like a separate journey for you. Like you're learning more about your father as
Yeah,
the
yeah,
documentary is coming out.
It's coming out, and then I'm
you're probably
learning
hearing
things
more stuff about
that I
him
never
and-
even knew. Or I'd be
crazy.
shocked sometime to hear it.
Yeah, wow.
Because, I look at him, like I said, like a dad, not like a gangster or how other people may look at him.
That's good though. That means he treated you like a son, like he should have, bro. That's perfect.
Yeah, so.
That's really good. He obviously was a good dude, bro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Even
that's
though
a fact.
whatever he did, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
it
did
was
what he had to do
blinded.
to
I
make some
never
money,
seen
you know?
it, so I can't say it. You understand?
Yeah, we do things to make
Yeah.
money,
Hey, I
bro.
mean,
like,
if you're getting respect from everybody,
Yeah.
you gotta be doing something right. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because it's
You
hard to
gotta
get credit in the streets.
Yeah,
yo.
for real. So, you said you grew up in the Cypress and all that. Like, obviously, I've never been. We never been there. We actually trying to go there after this, like at some point.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying to
could
get.
go
I'm
there
trying to get them to
real
go.
quick. Yeah.
I'm the only. I want to go. Like, I want
Yeah,
to
I'll
check
take
this
you
shit
through
out.
there right now.
Yeah,
That's
be
all.
dope
Yo,
to-
we should do
to
that.
get
You wanna
some,
do
like,
that?
B-roll for the
We could go
episode.
over there. That ain't nothing. I'll take you through there. You know that.
All right, cool. I'm down
That's
for
the
that.
guy right here. That's the guy that we gotta go to
So-
right
Yeah,
here.
I gotta go pick my dog up from over there anyway. So
Oh, all right, cool.
we could go over there.
So I do have a question. Like, what's like the craziest thing you've seen in the Cypress? Because I've heard about the Cypress, and
I mean, I don't know if we could talk about, people get, but yeah, people.
I mean, whatever you can
people
talk
not-
about that you're
people
not gonna,
here no more. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what you seen growing up, but my life, I was about 5 when I seen my first person die. You feel me? In front of my own
I was
eyes.
about the same for me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what everybody's life like. You feel me? But my life, it was dealt like fast. So, like I said, I see somebody get murdered in Cypress in front of my face. You feel me? Many a times, I'm just looking out the window, you know what I'm saying, looking for the birds, and some dude pulls up and blow another dude head off, and he in a parking lot laid. But I don't even know he dead. I just seen it play like a cartoon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
understand what's
I'm
happening.
watching
Don't
G.I.
understand
Joes
either.
and shit at this time.
Damn, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
bro.
So I'm thinking some shit the nigga gonna get back up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you think he got a second life.
Yeah, I
You
done
know
seen
what?
a lot of
That
shit in
sounds
Cypress, though, you feel
that
me?
sounds a lot like Buffalo, but it's just like on
Yeah.
another level, and that's kind of like the theme here, really, because
crazy.
like the whole story of everything, that like your dad went through and like all the people he was around is just like on another level. You know what I mean? There's levels to that shit. Like Buffalo is rough. Don't get me wrong, but like that shit, like that often, like
Well,
that shit
being
don't,
that
you
being
know.
that young and seeing like all that crazy ass shit, like that's gotta cause some kind of trauma. Like you gotta have some kind of PTSD. Like not normal people see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think I done seen so much in my life. I know I'm bugged the fuck out.
It's got to be at some point that
Yeah,
you just
so
like, all right,
I
like,
just,
that's normal. But
I really don't look at life like how other people look at life because I've been in prison my whole life.
Right.
Yes, I just told you what I done seen young. So, my thing about life now is just survival.
Right,
You understand?
right, right.
Like, meaning just being able to wake up every day and, having some type of purpose of waking up for. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
So
Probably just trying to live at peace at this point, bro.
Yeah,
You're trying
because
to
I've
just
been
enjoy
in
your
jail.
life. You're trying to be
it's
happy.
Like, now
you
I
know?
done seen so much shit that I really don't want much, but just freedom now. You feel
It
me?
makes sense, bro. You seem like you kind of peaceful though now.
Yeah,
you seem kind of like you're chill, like you relax, you're relaxed.
Yeah, I don't want no problems.
You seem like you've been through
like
enough.
that, yeah,
where you just trying to relax.
Because I know the consequences. You feel me? This shit is like it's not much room for people like us that come from them areas to grow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You understand? They don't leave much. Yeah. So if you take a little bit, you got to keep growing on your own.
Hell yeah.
You feel me? Because they're not going to show you that area.
You got to commend that too, because like it's sad thing is it's like a lot of people I grew up with like that are in jail, and you got to commend anybody that makes it past that, makes it out of that shit. You know what I mean? Because it's hard. Like
it's rough out
you know,
here.
when you
like
start off life
you know,
at a
like,
disadvantage, you know what I mean? You don't even realize like how hard it is to get to that point. You know,
but like being in that kind of situation, like struggling so hard and going through all this stuff, like sometimes it's got to be hard to try to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like try to get out of that mindset, because so many people be like, like institutionalized, like you so used to just like dealing with all this crazy shit. So like when some normal shit be happening, you're like, damn, like this shit don't feel right.
Don't feel right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how it is like with me. Like I just did 10 years, so it's like I've been out here for like probably August 16th, make 2 years I've been out here.
Damn.
You feel me? Free. And that shit still, like probably 2 weeks ago, I probably just woke up out of like feeling like I'm in prison. You feel me? Because like I'm out here, but it's like I'm not out here. You understand? Because my mind been in that shit so long that I be out here, but it's like shit that people do normally. It's like I can't do. You feel me? And it's not like I'm scared to do it and none of that shit. It's like I'm past that point because I can't put myself back no more. You feel me? Like I can't feel like I'm in prison and my family out here, I can't help them. You know what I'm saying? So it's shit that bothers me where now I'm about to be 40 and I'm not at where I want to be at in life. You understand? So it's like I got grandkids. Shit changed. You feel me? So now when I came out here this time, it's like, I know the path I want things to be on, but that shit gonna come with a lot of time and patience. And now when I learned that shit from being in prison, though, you feel me? So prison is bad, but it's a game in ways where it teach you patience. Because a lot of shit that I used to do before, I get mad and I would have been doing shit out here. But I gave a lot of people passes and chances because I want to give myself a chance now. Right. Understanding that it's not about, me acting more than just sitting back thinking how I could have went about the situation differently. Yep. You feel me? Because most of my life I just act. And then I put myself in fucked up situations. You feel me?
And a lot of people are like that too. Like a lot of people from the hood, people that come from struggle and shit. Well, like they stuck with that kind of mentality. Like you got to act quick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been to prison or nothing, but I'm sure like that's that kind of like dog eat dog world kind of. You got to be like out there. You got to protect yourself. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Like
and it all boils down to like somebody disrespects you, you got to fucking set them straight, otherwise, you know what I mean? But it's different being out here and like, getting to a certain point where it's like, who gives a fuck, you know what I mean? They don't mean nothing to you anyway, so,
And
it's not worth ruining your life over, too.
Like, you go in there, you 30 years old or so, you go in there and time just slows down, but like outside, everybody's moving.
Yeah,
people are getting older. Things are changing. Like in a matter of 10 years, people got cell phones. They got all these crazy things. Like a lot of new things are coming out. So when you came out, it had to have been kind of like a little weird. Like the fuck is going on? Like
I don't even know how to work the phone like that. Still.
Really?
Yeah, like making social media pages. Like even like how far I done came with everything is like me just naturally trying stuff. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to think outside the box so it could keep me from doing shit that I know how to do already. You feel me?
Right, yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard not to go back to the old ways, right?
Yeah, especially being around the bullshit every day. You're just New York City, so it's temptation every second.
Oh yeah,
You feel me?
Sure,
So it's
It really is wild
Yeah.
because it's it's my first time ever being in New York City. Both of them have been here before, but
right.
I never experienced all this shit.
But with all with all the shit that like it's hard for you to use the phone and like, but you're very successful right now though. Like you're making moves. Like we seeing things happen. We seeing views are going up. We seen that video with Mike Tyson, with all those people around Mike Tyson at wherever they was at. But like that shit hit like what, like 100,000, 200,000.
Yeah, that shit had about to be at $1 million now. That shit had like 600,000. I only had it up for like 5 days, but now I don't even have it up for 5. I had it up for like 3 days now. That shit up past like almost 600-700 right now.
Right.
And it definitely shot my subscribers up on my YouTube channel, Son of Puerto Rican Jesus.
Oh yeah,
because my numbers was sucking. Like out here it's more like dudes that's really nobody is lit. You understand? Yeah. But dudes that been through something, you don't really get no recognition like that. You feel me? Because you really been through something.
Mm-hmm.
But niggas that haven't been through nothing, they lit. You understand?
But sometimes they be lit off of some stupid shit.
They can fake it.
It just be like that with us. Like, we really got to work hard to get the recognition we need. Like, with Puerto Rican Jesus, there's no way I supposed to work this hard for this story.
I could tell you exactly why.
It's easy already.
Because it's real easy for people that haven't done it to fake it. You know what I mean? Then it don't matter. You already know what's going to come behind all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's real easy for somebody to fake it. And, you know what I mean? They don't have to be this big drug dealer or whatever, and they can pretend to be, and nobody's really going to know the difference, you know what I mean? Because they're not out in the streets with them, you know what I mean? So they don't have to worry about people getting pissed off at them or like, yo, this person still owes me money and they're seeing my face and like, you know what I mean? They don't have to worry about all that bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's just
there's
different.
repercussions that come with being real and like actually being through shit with people. And
we did talk about Mike Tyson, so I definitely want to get into that for sure.
That's a fact.
For sure.
Yeah, like
I love Mike Tyson, man. I love Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
everything I've seen him in, like the cartoons, like used to like watching Mike, box, like everything he's in. He's like, got the weed farm. He's like in everything nowadays. I love it.
I'm sure your father knew more people than just Mike Tyson, though. Like,
yeah, you know, mad people.
Because your father was just so big, he's definitely up there with what's that dude's name? Something Kirkland. TK Kirkland. Like, he's up there, but for some reason, like, people don't got the documentary like all these other dudes got. Which is just crazy to me because, like, you could look up Puerto Rican Jesus and you could find a lot of stuff about him, but there's no full-length documentary like what you're doing. So it's definitely going to be something that's way different. It's going to really, I know it's going to hit. It's going to pop off.
See, what I wanted to do kind of with my father's story, I was in prison. I was in Southport. So, Southport, that's one of the dangerous jails in New York State prison, period. You feel me? Either upstate box or Southport, but Southport got it. So I was in the step-down program in Southport because I had like 8 years of box time, right? So I came up with doing my father's story in prison, you feel me? So to a lot of people, like, this shit might be new, but I came up with just doing the documentary in prison because it was a dude named Brian Gibb. Well, his name is Glaze. But his real name is Brian Gibbs or whatever. And he's from my neighborhood too, you feel me? Yeah. His kids grew up with me. We all family, you feel me? So now when I got word that he was kind of like bashing my dad, but and it's like, like I say, like an uncle. So when I came home, I said, I'm gonna make sure I go and do my pop's story the correct way, because a lot of information like you see on the internet and stuff, that shit is really shit that people narrated themselves. That's not really the truth. You feel me? So I wanted the truth to be out there, if it is going to be out there, about my dad.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? Because, he knew a lot of celebrities. Mike is not the only celebrity that my dad knew. So Mike actually, when my dad was getting money, Mike ain't have money yet. You understand? So my dad kind of made Mike popular already. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Mike wanted to be around my dad. That's what keep getting mixed up. You
that's kind of what I was going to ask is like, because I knew your dad and Mike we're both from the Cypress, but like, is that how they met?
Yeah,
Just
Mike
being
is from
around the spot
Brownsville.
and like,
He's not
he's
even
from
from
Brownsville.
Cypress.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's two different places. That's
no
how you
shit.
could see. My pops is from Cypress. Mike is from Brownsville. That's another side of Brooklyn,
okay, yeah,
right? But
Yeah.
it's close by. We all fuck with each other.
yeah,
At that time and era, how it got broke down to me through my father's friends that's still alive that get major money as well.
right,
Mike Tyson wasn't getting no money yet.
right, yeah,
Mike Tyson was on his way fighting, and like any other neighborhood, we hang with each other. We know you might be the fighter, I might be the shooter.
Right,
You know, so
yeah.
we all got our own
yeah,
talents.
for sure, yeah,
My father already was shooting people. He already was getting money
Yeah.
and doing shit that Mike wasn't doing. Mike could get busy boxing, but you can't box a gun.
Absolutely.
You understand?
not.
So
Yeah, nah.
Mike was hanging with my dad, like I said.
Yeah,
and
for
Mike
sure.
need to come out and tell his own stories and stop having me say them for them.
yeah.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
And
Well,
I
yeah,
already
so
spoke
I-
to Mike like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
No, what it was, April 6th or something. I seen him at an autograph event. I went up to him. I let him know I'm doing a documentary. I told him who I was. Told him I just came from prison. I ain't asking him for no money. I'm asking him to speak on my father documentary because I know they was close friends.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I've been in jail 10 years. I don't know if they was close friends when he died.
Right. Yeah.
Mike did send flowers and pay his respects. He sent stuff to the funeral and stuff.
Yeah.
So I shout out to Mike for that.
Hell
But
yeah.
like I said, I don't know if they was everyday buddy to buddy when he died.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm not gonna say that, but I do know they was great friends. Yes. That's why you see the pictures all over the internet with him and my dad. Because when my dad was lit, Mike wasn't lit yet.
Right. Yeah.
Unfortunately. But Mike got lit now where he could put us in position
Yeah.
for days when he wasn't in position. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which Mike ain't do yet still either. So at the end of the day, like I said, I love Mike too as the champ, but his relationship with my dad would have to be alive for us to really get the real details of that.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You feel
Yeah, I
me?
feel you, for sure.
But Mike is alive, so like I said, he can tell us.
Right.
You gotta
Yeah.
say
feel me?
something, man.
Yeah, I
definitely.
mean, if anybody was my close friend, whether I was with them when they died or living at the block from them, it's too. We partied together. We slept with women together. We do God stuff together. Of
Yeah.
course, I got to talk on your documentary. Yes, I got to pay my
Absolutely, yeah.
respect. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah,
So
for
I don't say. I'm not saying he ain't gonna talk because, like I said, I don't want to tell everything. But
Right.
he told me as a man, in his little squeaky voice. He said, "Let me do my job. I got you." So we'll see. That's what he told me on April 6th. So let's see if he got me.
Hell yeah.
He a man. If you a man
on,
of your
Mike.
word,
Yeah,
you
Mike.
gotta show
Come
up,
on,
man,
Mike.
Mike.
Come on, Mike.
Mike.
Come on,
And
Show
I
up.
gave you the hoodie with Mike Tyson face, which is your face, and my father, Puerto Rican Jesus face. An all black hoodie. I gave it to you in front of several people. And I got it on camera. So wear the merch and rep your best friend if you a real one.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. It's Brooklyn love. That's what we do. We spread the love.
Yep.
It's the
Hell
Brooklyn
yeah.
way.
Hell yeah.
You feel me? So I think Mike gonna do it though. I don't see
yeah,
him not
Mike-
doing it.
Mike's
I just see that he on contract.
Yeah.
They just had
Yeah.
it. They just had to fight. He got a lot of stuff going on that he maybe got to fulfill first.
Oh yeah, for
but
sure.
he'll get around to it.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's got a lot of shit going
Yeah.
on. So like he definitely I feel like he'll definitely show you some love for sure. You
Yeah,
just
he
gotta give
showed
him
many-
you just
many
gotta give him a
people
minute
love.
for sure. You
But
know?
like I said, he probably trying to figure out if I'm even Jesus' kid. You understand?
Yeah, it could
My
be,
pops
yeah.
got so many kids that, he probably got to do his own research.
right, yeah.
But the research is here. You understand? So
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's here. You understand? I'm automatically, I got the pictures. I just had Mike autograph signed 2 pictures of him in my pop store. My
you can't
father
make
had
that
the
shit
store
up.
on 132nd and
Yeah.
7th. That's the location. That's the block where Rich Porter and AZ grew up at, where they was getting money at, in Alpo.
yeah, okay.
So
So,
how
I was actually
Brooklyn
gonna
nigga go up there and get money on their block? You understand what I'm saying?
Man.
So,
Yeah, that's-
like I said, Mike was hanging in the store with my pops on. That's my father's store. Mike ain't have his own store yet.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like I said, we gonna talk facts. We love Mike Tyson and all, but when my father was getting in the street at that time, Mike was still trying to get his career coming up. You
Right,
feel
yeah.
me? So he was loving being around my dad. Why?
yeah.
Because my dad wasn't one of the friends that was trying to get him for his money. My dad
Right,
had
yeah.
his own money.
right,
You
yeah.
understand?
and the magnitude of how much money your father may have accumulated is like far beyond what so many people actually know. Because like Mike Tyson was making millions of dollars, he was doing whatever, but your father was making way more than this. You know?
Yeah, how much you think your dad actually was making? Like,
Well, I know for sure,
every,
like, as a grown man, see, my dad not here no more. So when I got older, right, and I started, being in the streets, catching bids and stuff, my dad started opening up to me, showing me stuff that he would never show me when I was a kid. You understand?
Yeah.
Because he had to accept that I already was too far gone. So now, to say that, he showed me numerous large amounts of money, jewelry, stuff that I don't want to say, but like I said, Britney Spears or whatever.
Yeah.
So now, when I came up to the age of being where I'm at in life, he already educated me enough for a person not to walk over on me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Or I could know the things that I need to know so I could get by if that come to that.
Yeah, definitely.
You understand? So, to answer your question again, because I got a little off topic, what you say again?
You asked him how much money you thought.
Oh,
you
yeah,
think
how
he
much
actually
money?
made.
Oh, it's
my
making
bad.
a day.
If you,
Yeah.
oh,
From
sure,
my-
a day, yeah.
I was like, I don't
A
even
day.
remember, right?
said
Like,
day.
what we
One
talking about?
spot a day on Logan,
Yeah.
right? On Picking and Logan, my pops, or Glenmore Logan, my pops are doing 120,000 a day.
A day.
Damn.
That's a fact. That's why my father told me in 2000, when he came home in the 2000, I think it was 2003 he came, or 2001, whenever he came home, he told me that's why it ain't worth hustling. That's what he always told me, because the money he was seeing, it right now, that I never even saw Block do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
You know
had
what I'm saying?
I had to ask that because
When I got in the game, he laughed at me. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So
Yeah.
I was seeing in one of your documentaries,
But that's a fact. That's what
one
my
of the
dad told me out
documentaries
of his
you
own
said
mouth.
your
120
dad told
a day.
you to get a job.
Yeah, he
I
did.
said when I seen that I was
Yeah, he
dying
always
for a
told me to get a
minute.
job. He like, man, get a job. Like, my dad never really promote being in the street. You understand?
yeah.
He wasn't that type of dude. I thought my dad was soft. You understand? I never really looked at him the way niggas look at him in the street. I'd be like, they scared of this dude. But what the fuck am I gonna say? I don't know. You feel me? I'm a kid.
Right, yeah.
That's how a real hustler should move, though, right? I mean,
Yeah, I
kind
guess.
of low key.
Low
And just,
key.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't got to be out there going all crazy, throwing money in the air. Like, you're making your money, you do what you got to do, and then you just keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you also had like a different perspective too, because like, any man, like you can't be a man if you're always hard, and you can't be a man if you're always soft. You know what I mean? You got to be hard around the right people that you need to check and shit. But you got to also be soft enough to be around your kids.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And like,
He
you know
knew
what I
how
mean?
to
So you had
separate
that
the
different
two.
perspective of them too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you didn't get the same reaction that probably everybody else got from him. You know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah,
might
like,
have,
like when I got older, we got into arguments and stuff, manly shit, because I felt like he wasn't handling my moms the way I wanted him to handle her, stuff like that. But, I poked my chest out to him before many a time, you feel me, as a kid, playing. I think you said something, you had a question for me. I was going to tell you said some funny story or something you wanted to know that I had with him. But when we was a kid, like, growing up, me and my brother, he used to take me and my brother to the mansion and shit he had. And we used to go in there and shit. I used to be running around and shit. So one day, me and my brother, we young, we don't know. We see a whole bunch of money in the drawer.
Yeah.
And, that shit looked like Legos. You feel me? Because that shit was blocks. So we started throwing that shit at each other and shit. You feel me? We playing
Throwing stacks
dodgeball.
of
Yeah,
10
we
bands at
kids.
each other.
So he coming in like, yo, what the fuck y'all niggas doing? So when he coming in, he throw his fists up and shit, like in a playing mode. They got your dad, like, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm so scared because I know we doing something wrong with it. And so I throw my first punch at the nigga. That shit landed. Knocked his whole gold tooth out. You heard?
Oh damn.
Man, that nigga was tight.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, so that's like the most funniest moment
is
I
crazy.
ever had with my pops. Like me and my brother, we always be cracking up and shit, laughing. Like, you remember you knocked that nigga teeth out? Cause that's what he do. Like, yo, my son hit hard.
God
You feel
damn.
me?
Yeah.
But I thought I was gonna get hit hard, so I'm setting it first.
I'm going to get it
Right,
first.
yeah,
Fuck
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Damn,
we used to,
bro.
like, my dad, like I said, he took me to parks and shit. Like, my dad used to make sure, like, I always got to be clean. Like, that was his main shit. Like, when we with him, he want us to be clean. Like, you feel me? Like, make sure our clothes and shit is proper, stuff like that. So, like, growing up, I always had that about me. Like, you know, you feel me? If I'm outside, I got to be representing, you feel me?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, there's a lot of shit that I learned from, like, I partied with my dad in the club. A lot of shit I did with him that, you know, my other brothers and shit ain't get the chance to do. You feel me? Or if they did, I don't know. But I know for sure, you know, me and my older brother, he was in prison just like me. You feel me?
Yeah.
And my other ones is younger, so I know for sure they probably wasn't hanging out with him and none of that, no clubs, nothing.
Right,
You
right.
feel me? So I'm the one that really got more like the street, Nirav, you know what I mean, of his life. And I've been in jail with multiple of his friends. You feel me? So I got my own bond with them. That's how I was able to get them to talk on the documentary.
Right.
You feel
right.
me? Because they don't mind doing it for me because they got love for me and they know that's my pops. You feel me?
Right,
So it's
right,
like they doing it for both of us. You feel me? To keep his name alive.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, that's he deserves the flowers at least.
Yeah, because
You know what
if
I'm
you
saying?
giving all these other dudes, you feel me? I don't like to discredit nobody, but you know, in New York is a big city. So when I was in jail and I was looking at, you know, BMF and certain stuff like that, I always said we could do our own shit about niggas in New York because my pops is way bigger than BMF, you feel me? And then they got Paid in Full. Paid in Full, it really wouldn't be no Paid in Full without Puerto Rican Jesus.
Right.
Not to say the movie when it came out, but the movie is all forced. Everything in there is not real. Then you got all type of other dudes that's not even good in the movie. You know what I'm saying? They was in the streets, but they didn't live the street rules the right way. So they shouldn't even had a movie about them niggas. But they still did it and they made a lot of money.
Right.
Cool. Now, AZ is a big character in the movie, right? Now, my pops is the reason why AZ's still alive.
I
You
was
know what
just
I'm saying?
about to ask
So,
you about that,
if you're
too.
going to do a movie about Paid in Full, you got to do something about Puerto Rican Jesus.
And they didn't mention him at all in the movie.
So what happened?
Because the whole movie is not, you know, true. It's pieces of how they brought it and narrated it.
Yeah, I'm sure they
Wow.
probably took their like creative liberties and all that.
So I know my movie would be way better than they shit because ours would be all facts about my dad's life. Why? Because he's not here to get consequences out of the stuff that we'd be
Right.
able to share.
Yeah, for sure.
And Mike Tyson was the champ. So Paid in Full was really trash compared to the Puerto Rican Jesus movie if we get to do it after the documentary. Because that's
Hell
where
yeah.
I'm going with it. You
we
feel
gotta
me?
hit up Fit for that.
Yeah,
What up?
50 need to really holler
Right,
at me
yo,
because
50.
Hell yeah.
we got the power right now. I got
Right,
the
yeah.
crack right now.
Right.
If he want to make some longevity next 10-year money,
Hey, I mean,
feel me?
his what's his name? They found out Big Me snitched, so the whole power thing is done, right?
yeah, I don't know they business. You feel me? I'm not
I
really.
mean, I don't know.
I like 50. I don't like.
I like 50.
You feel
I'm just
me?
saying.
50. I like me. 50's my favorite rapper. You understand?
Yeah,
I'm
one
from
of
Brooklyn,
mine too.
But I never liked the Jay-Z music and all his person. Like Jay is a good dude with rapping. He got good stuff, but he never been my favorite rapper. None of that. I
Yeah.
never even bought a Jay-Z album. You heard? And I'm
Yeah,
from
neither
Brooklyn.
have I.
Real talk. My favorite music always been 50. Why? Because I like the way 50 hustle. And I like the way he not scared to go at nobody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Oh, yeah.
Never
He
been
on like,
yeah.
you feel me? I like that. You know what I'm saying?
50 got famous for the song How to Rob, where he literally spent like 5 minutes just talking shit about like a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
Like he was never afraid. Like
Yes,
that
and I
motherfucker literally
respect
got
his hustle.
famous for
He
He
like
worked hard. Like, if I want to do a movie about my dad, I would love to put it in his hands because he could get the right actors. He could get the right people that'll make the shit comes into the TV screen.
And that-
when
here's the
people
thing.
look at it, they understand what we going at
Right.
with
Here's
it.
the thing, we gotta say this to 50. We gotta put out a message to 50. Yo, his father didn't snitch.
Oh, that's a big fact. He didn't.
That's the
he
big
didn't
thing. That's the
snitch.
big thing.
That's
He was
one
doing
street
shit
rule.
like them,
Two,
but he didn't snitch.
he ain't die in prison either. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? And 3, he died from God taking him, you feel me? Not
Wow.
from nobody killing him in the street. You understand? Most dudes that's like on my father level, like we all said when the show started, they either die in jail, get life in jail, and die in the street by somebody killing them or
Yeah.
something. You understand? So for my father, he had a real name that represented him well because
Must have
Jesus
been.
was with him. He
Yeah.
never told, which he been in prison. He could have folded.
Right.
You understand? He been
Yeah.
shot mad times.
Right, yeah.
You understand?
Oh, yeah.
Then niggas that did stuff to him, you understand? They not here to talk about that. So it was always a consequence paid when shit happened to him. 3, you understand? My father died to go. He still had the bag. He still was
for real.
active. You understand? He wasn't broke when he died.
Right.
You understand? He had the M6, 4-door M6, blue. You understand? Niggas in Harlem know.
God,
And he
damn.
in the gambling spot every day. You understand? He's sleeping that shit.
Hell
Gambling
yeah.
hundreds of thousands every day. All the way to the day he died. You feel me? Till my
Damn.
pops caught the stroke. So it's like, when dudes talk, I understand Meech and them, they was lit. You know, but 50 made them relevant, bro. A New York dude. They
Yeah.
wasn't lit like they was without 50.
Yeah.
Meech was lit getting street money, then the feds ended his career.
Right.
You
Yeah.
understand? And
Quick,
50,
too.
50 brought him back to life.
Right.
You understand? So with my pop story, I brought that shit back to life. You understand? So if I had the money like 50, my shit would have been bigger than Big Meech. Because Big Meech and them niggas is dirty. They was running around with black t-shirts, homie. You understand? My pops running around with suits and shit on. Let's be
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah.
Them niggas fly can't even match Puerto Rican Jesus fly, bro. You gonna call a spade, call a spade. New York, get the fat. Everybody get their
Shots
fashion from
fired.
out here, bro.
Shots fired.
Meech, and it ain't even no shots fired. It's about if you a handsome dude.
Nah, you're
give
right.
credit to another dude. I know a lot of dudes that
stating
get fly
facts,
to
nah,
get
you
dressed.
stating facts.
But Meech and them was wearing black t-shirts, baggy ones at that.
Yeah.
They wasn't even fitted.
6X.
So that's not fly to a New York dude. I'm a dude that dressed like Cameron, Jewel, you know what I'm saying? Fabulous. We get fly for real. So you're not gonna be oppressive to us.
Yeah.
That's not discrediting nobody. Just a spade is a spade. Puerto Rican Jesus, we running around with tuxedos, you know what I'm saying? Running around $100,000 cars. Them niggas wasn't even outside yet.
Yeah.
So how the fuck you gonna compare them? You can't compare them. Everybody get their time. It's just that my pop's time is now because his son is speaking about it and it's the truth. You
Right,
understand?
yeah.
It's not like we fabricating something.
And that's the thing. It's
Nah,
like,
it's all real.
you know what I mean? There's your pops is gone, so like we can talk about all the details of like, you know, a lot of the shit that happened, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how you know it's like a real motherfucker, cause like, you know, look at fucking Big Meech, you know, fucking the dude you know, is in that situation where he snitched to get out. And that's how he's balling now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
Yo,
why
you
I
know-
just told you back in the interview earlier. A lot of dudes, all right, 6ix9ine is lit, right?
Not no
I
more.
just told you.
Federal government
still
just
pretty
No, I'm
lit.
just saying, I'm just giving you a narrative of how things go.
They just had
Dudes that never been through nothing, I said it earlier, is the
Yeah.
ones that's lit.
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Not saying Meech didn't go through nothing, right? But Meech know like I know. I've been to the feds just like he been to the feds.
Right.
Right? So I just came home not too long ago before him. So I know the stories that go on in the feds about his name just like he do. So I don't care about Big Meech. I love Big Meech. Shout out to him. He getting the bag.
Right.
Any nigga that's getting the bag, that's what I'm on. You feel me? That's what I do.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't knock him. But is he bigger than my father? Hell no. That's a
Yeah.
fact. Hell, you would never be bigger than Jesus. That's
Yeah.
a fact. Because Big Meech wouldn't have ever lived in New York City and get money in all the 5 boroughs.
Right.
So,
Niggas would
so
have
we
chased
kind
him
of
out.
talking
This ain't
about like your
Jesus, this
dad
is
being on a
Jesus.
different
Yeah,
level
two
It's
different
Jesus.
ball
And
games.
and all that shit. Like,
I'm from the projects
Your
where
dad-
King
did your
Tut
dad actually
would have
start-
been knocking at Meech's door. You heard? That's what I'm saying. I live next door to King Tut. You heard? So it's like my era with my projects alone is too many legends in it. Too many
Yeah.
Big Meeches.
Oh my God.
right.
In my one projects, there's
Right.
5 of them I can name. You heard? I got the same status, same money, and never told.
Oh yeah.
You heard? So it's like I said, it's gonna be hard to oppress me. But I don't knock what Big Meech ever did and his success. I commend them where they at, but he didn't earn that. 50 put on for that.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me? So I can't respect you all the way like you did the work. 50 put the work in. You just had a good enough story for a nigga to make some money off of.
Yep.
And so, you
Yeah.
know,
This
pimping is pimping.
documentary gonna be the biggest documentary ever for real.
Yeah, my shit is bigger
You
than
could
that.
just tell, like, just from the way you talking, the way the energy and everything, like, this shit's gonna pop.
There's
Yeah.
too many people alive still to say the same shit that I'm saying is accurate.
Yeah.
You got to remember, my father was sleeping with women like Salt and Pepper. Ask one of them to come up and talk about Puerto Rican Jesus.
shit.
They know what's up with him.
Salt and pepper.
You know what I'm
Huh?
saying? Like, y'all talk about celebrities. Come on, I ain't even. I don't want to name them. I want them to just come
you
out.
can name.
Yeah,
you mean,
no, it's
You
true.
understand?
You
Tester
can-
Riley, come on, like Biz Markie. Oh, my dad was
Yo, rest in peace, Biz Markie.
Biz Markie
Rest in
know who Puerto
peace.
Rican Jesus is. My pops had to go inside of his face a couple of times.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
No disrespect, but like I
Yeah.
said, niggas know who Puerto Rican Jesus is. We don't gotta sit here and go.
I'm
tug for
literally
tug.
like I'm
You know what I'm
you
saying?
know
My
I'm
father was
Buffalo born.
outside.
I'm Buffalo born and raised. I heard of Puerto Rican
Yeah,
Jesus.
Puffy know who Puerto
You know
Rican
what I mean?
Jesus is.
Yeah.
Everybody know. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Everybody knows
Yo,
that.
so
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you though, so that they say like your dad started the whole like Jesus piece thing.
He the first person ever with the Jesus head. That's why these niggas started walking around with it. Slick Rick ain't have it before my dad.
Yeah.
That's why Slick Rick and my dad had many face-offs and shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that too on the doc.
All right,
You feel
yeah,
me?
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, but they know who Puerto
That's
Rican Jesus is. There's only one
crazy.
Spanish Puerto Rican fly nigga that was running around in them that time. You feel me? That betting on niggas to run from the train station to that train faster. You understand?
Crazy.
1,500 to run right there. You understand? That's what I'm saying. The shit that my father was doing was different.
Yeah.
Like, niggas be doing shit. Like, you see the Paid in Full movie, niggas shooting the shit. That's real. Niggas really
Yeah.
was doing that.
Yeah.
Niggas betting they cars. My father was taking cars from niggas. You got niggas like Cowboy, these niggas from my neighborhoods, Jamaican Chris, all these niggas that got the bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear about Meech and these dudes. Y'all don't know about the Brooklyn niggas. Y'all
Well,
don't know
yeah,
about
me.
Dawnland.
It's Brooklyn's
Kim
time
Doom,
right now.
Rasun.
It is.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
It's
saying? We
kinda
about
hard
to bring
to-
them back to life. You feel
It's
me?
kind of hard for people like that to get their story out there because they're still worried about the freaking statute of limitations on a lot of shit. You know.
Yeah, but
So,
it's like
that's the biggest thing, really.
that's a big fact. You can never forget, the police is always watching.
Oh,
But
yeah.
at the end of the day, when you did your time or whatever took place, they can't do nothing but just chill out now.
Yeah.
Right.
You understand? That's why it's a story.
Right.
You understand? Because it already happened. You understand? So most of the time when you saying something about something that took place, everybody know. It's public information. You
So
understand?
what's this about this Lamborghini truck? I heard your father had a Lamborghini truck at some point in the projects.
And
Which
Mike
is-
Tyson got one to match.
Did Mike Tyson got one to match? They was vibing out like
Nah, what
'Cause
really,
they-
what
those are
really
rare.
happened was
Those are rare trucks.
what
like,
really
oh.
happened was Mike Tyson was up at that time. He had the bag, and my pops was dealing with a female that was police in the military, and she got the vehicle over here for Mike. It wasn't my father's car; it was Mike's car. But
Okay.
niggas see him in it, so people just start running their mouth, putting whatever title on it. But my
Right, yeah.
dad did not own the Lamborghini truck.
Okay.
I'm sure he could have bought one though.
Puerto Rican Jesus, yes, he could drive it when he feel like it. Because
Right, yeah.
Mike was his man, so Mike was driving his cars.
Right,
But
yeah.
my father had a Jaguar at that time.
Okay.
And a Saab. Yeah,
Saab,
the new
yeah,
Saab
Saab,
at
yeah.
that time. Then he had the new Benz. He had several cars.
Right,
But
yeah.
the Lambo was not his. So I don't want to give credit for something that wasn't his. That was Mike's. So
Yeah.
it was like his. Because
I
he
was
could
gonna
be
say,
in
'cause
anytime he
those-
feel like it.
You
feel me?
I think I'm only like real. I don't know. You might be a car guy too, but like the Lambo trucks, the LM08 or whatever the hell they call them.
Yeah.
Those are super fucking rare. Like
Yeah. That's a fact.
there's like
But
less
that's
than
how
10
I got
of
over
them.
here. It got over
There's
here
less than
through a
10 of them in the
military girl
world.
that my dad was fucking. He's a pretty boy. Mike had the bag for it. She
Yeah.
got the car for a nice cheap price for them.
Yeah.
And they got it fluid over here. She got it over here to them from overseas. And that's how I got over here. Because my pops told me what happened, how I got over here. My Uncle Charlie, he know all the stories, so he's still alive to tell me anything I don't know. You feel me? That was my pop's best friend. And that's my grandmother brother as well, the youngest brother. So he always be with my dad, you feel me, throughout his whole life. So that's who I really got like as my partner doing the documentary, because a lot of information that I wasn't born for, I could double back on and go ask my uncle.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me? Which is my grandmother brother.
Yeah.
And did Mike Tyson offered your father $1 million to get out the game?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
Like-
saying, bro. A lot of this shit, like right now, Mike got millions of dollars right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, so why he never offered me $1 million? You know what I'm saying? Mike ain't never offering nobody no $1 million, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you don't think that's real?
My father, this is what happened. I'm gonna tell you what's real. My father already had money, bro. You understand? Anybody that's alive is gonna tell you the same thing. My dad had his own money, bro.
Yeah.
Mike and him was just great friends. He never gave my father no money, bro.
No, you don't think he would offer him to get him?
Oh, he might have offered him $1 million.
Yeah,
yes,
I don't
but
think your dad
gave
would
him?
take it.
No,
I
he
don't
never
think your
gave
dad
him
would
no
take
$1
I
it.
mean, your father was making so much money. $1 million was
but
nothing.
I'm gonna be real with you. Like a lot of stuff, I don't like to add and stuff because, like I said, I love Mike and we all love Mike. But at that point in time, Mike was doing things in his life where my dad felt like even if he had $1 million, my dad would want him to keep it.
Yeah.
You understand? Because my dad is a hard earner and he don't want a nigga doing nothing for him.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
understand?
feel you.
So them being friends is like, all right, I see my friend got a habit. Why would I take his $1 million? 10 years from now, he might not be the same boxer if he doing drugs.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't want to put that out there. But like I said, my father never did drugs, homie. That's what make my father different from all these players that played the game.
Yeah.
He never got high. He never drunk. You know what I'm saying? So he was always sharp and aware. To Mike and my dad, yeah, Mike is the heavyweight champ. He knew how to throw a punch. But was Mike meant to all the way there? No. We all know that. That's why Mike go through troubles that he go through in life the same way I do. But that offer him $1 million, my dad would look at it like, no, he don't want that because he loved Mike. And Mike might don't even have a fucking $1 million because he got a habit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why offer you $1 million and take it? If you're a real friend, you're not gonna want to take something from your friend that you see blowing so fast. You gotta remember, Mike's name used to be Dirty Ike, bro. You understand?
Dirty Ike. I
Yeah,
never
that's
heard
a
See,
that.
fact.
this is
I know
something
y'all
that
never
we've
heard of that. You
Never
understand what I'm
heard of
saying?
this.
That's what I'm saying. Mike's name was Dirty Ike, bro. So my father's name was Puerto Rican Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? So not to discredit nobody, but like I said, why would I want to take something from somebody that used to be dirty? You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense. I've been fly.
Very
we
true.
eat on our own. You heard? Mike ain't helping me right now. I ain't asking for no money. I just seen him 2 weeks ago. I told you that.
Yep.
I ain't come up there and say, yo, can I get $1 million, nigga? Because we gonna earn what's mine. And I'm Jesus' son, so I'm showing him the same way I show everybody. I buy everything on my own, just like my dad. We don't look for help.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? I never asked Mike for nothing. I'm supposed to be his godson. You heard? I don't need nothing from Mike. You feel me? And I don't
You're
want
Mike
nothing from him.
Tyson's godson?
That's a fact. That's
no
what I
shit.
was told. You
Okay.
heard? But like I said, do he claim me? I'm looking for him to claim me? No, because I'm my own man. You feel me?
Right, yeah.
I'm Puerto Rican Jesus, son. I don't care
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. You heard?
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
only title I need.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
You feel
your
me?
father was one of a kind.
Yeah,
know what I'm
so
saying?
it's like
One
with
of a kind.
recognition, Mike know what he know. Mike got million. He just offered somebody $5 million to marry his daughter. You understand? So if you gonna offer somebody $5 million to marry your daughter, your best friend out here, son is out here doing this, your best friend's story.
Yeah.
Nigga, you should be putting some money behind that because you could flip your money and get it back.
Oh yeah.
If you know what
for
I'm
real.
talking
Easy,
about.
easy.
You understand? Because ain't nobody's story bigger than Big Puerto Rican Jesus. And Mike know that. Because you sitting on the side of him in the Arsenio Hall show, in the Arsenio Hall asking who your man is. You understand? So it's like I said, I don't gotta talk. There's too many people alive to say what I'm saying is
I didn't know
accurate.
that your dad was on Arsenio Hall with him.
My dad was on the Arsenio Hall in the back. Mike went up there one day, right? Because you know the dudes that tell me everything, they gonna talk on the dock.
Yeah.
So they tell me that my dad went up there with them. Mike slid up there, they in the backstage. Before the camera go, I mean, you know, like they got the camera on Arsenio Hall. Once they announce it, it come on. This the Arsenio Hall show. Arsenio say, yo, we got the champ in the building.
Yeah.
When the camera rolls, they go over to Mike. You know how the camera go to show Mike?
Right, yeah.
My dad is sitting right there lighting the fuck up.
Yeah.
You understand? So now
Yeah.
Mike is there. Niggas see Mike, but you see all this lit jury and shit going on.
Right, yeah, for
So
sure.
now, you know, Arsenio Hall funny dude. He goes
Yeah,
up
oh
to the
yeah.
nigga. Because I know he remember this. You remember this, Arsenio Hall. I'm 40 now. This back in their time. He walks up to my pops and tell Mike, yo, who's this dude you sitting here with? You understand? And he tell him, my name is Jesus, you heard? And Mike told him, yeah, it's my good friend Jesus. So Arsenio, you know you're joking. He like, yeah, man, this guy right here look like the champ. You understand?
Shit.
So it's like
Yeah,
anytime my pops is in the room, he separated himself from people.
Oh my
you
God.
ain't. It's not about him speaking from the shit he got on or whatever. His aura. You understand?
I was gonna say,
like I
usually
said,
people,
Mike is,
you know,
is somebody to
way they
people
carry
out here
themselves.
that don't know him, but he's Dirty Ike in East New York.
Yeah.
You understand?
Wow.
That's a fact.
Right.
And only niggas like me, I can't even call him that because he'd knock me out.
Yeah, for
But
real.
at the end of the day,
right.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
Mike,
in
don't knock
due
us out,
time,
dog.
I mean, in
We love
past
you,
time,
Mike.
that's where his name was before he got rich. We all came from somewhere fucked up.
Oh, yeah. Hell
I
yeah,
came
for
from
sure.
the pissy elevators. You understand? But I'm still Puerto Rican Jesus' son. You
Hell
understand?
yeah.
So, yeah, shout out to Dirty Ike. You
Hell
feel
yeah.
me? Mike
One of a
Tyson.
kind, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's
One
a
of a
fact.
kind,
It is
bro.
what it is.
We don't want
That's
no
it.
smoke, Mike.
Nah, hell no. Mike know I love him. I just
Yo,
seen
we got
him.
love for Mike.
Yeah,
We got love for Mike,
I
man.
don't
But
know, but Mike got to do the right thing. You know,
Hell yeah.
you can't. We not going to sit here and say stuff we don't know. So if the person alive to give the information, come share it. That's why we doing the Puerto Rican Jesus documentary. To share information we might say that's not right.
Right.
We
yeah.
giving you the chance to speak up and
Hell
get
yeah.
it right. Then you understand?
Oh yeah.
That's it. But
bro,
that's a
the
fact.
world needs to know this documentary. Like,
So
we got to know this shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to know. We got to see it. We got to see it happen. You know what I'm saying? So there's got to be a way that Tubi can reach out or 50 Cent
I'm
can
pretty
reach out.
sure-
Like,
I'm pretty
something's
sure
gotta
Yeah,
happen.
I got
It's
the
gonna be
link
the
to
biggest-
Tubi. I got the link. Know what I mean, already. I got the link through Fume Hubs. I'm linked everywhere. Like I said, it's just all about how I'ma release it. It's gonna be for sure on Tubi unless I could get it on Stars or something. You understand? I want it on BET. I want it on any platform I could get it on that's big. But
You
do
should
I
get
have
it-
the
you should
links?
get,
Do I have the funding? No, I'm doing everything out of pocket. So at the end of the day, me come home from prison, I do everything on my own. I'm directing the documentary. I'm producing it. I did everything. You feel me? Everything is mine. You feel me? This
Yeah.
is mine. Puerto Rican
Yeah.
Jesus, PR. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
PRJ Productions.
Hell yeah,
That's the
put it
filming
up.
company that my documentary is gonna be presented under.
Yeah.
And then hopefully I get a distribution deal, get a movie deal or something from there.
Yeah,
and we
you
see
should
where it
definitely
go.
be able to get it.
You feel me?
You definitely
And
got
then
like
I
the
sell
crazy
the son of
story.
Puerto Rican Jesus story. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because my shit is big too. My
Right.
dad got his story, but I got my own story. You feel me?
Right,
Oh
yeah,
my
for
God.
sure.
So, you know, I'm a legend too. Y'all just ain't know that. You feel me? But I'm gonna let them see. I'm Mr. Heavy Pockets though. That's what they call
Mr. Heavy
me.
Pockets.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
a
gotta
fact.
see this shit. We
All
got
right,
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah,
I
we
told
gotta
you I'm
see this
7-1 murder. Niggas know
Yeah.
me as 7-1 murder, man. I keep telling you,
Hell
toe
yeah.
tags
Yeah.
and body
Toe
bags.
tags and body
Shout out
bags.
to Big Buffalo. This how you know
Yeah.
I'm known everywhere, right? Shout out to Benny the Butcher. BSF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, shout out, free my fucking brother Trails, nigga. Big Buffalo.
Free.
You
Hell
already
yeah.
know
That's
Trails.
right.
I told you when I left
Yeah.
USP Hazleton, I was coming to take over, nigga. You already know.
Let's go. It's
Big
over.
Buffalo.
It's
I
over.
told you I was gonna shout you out. We ain't in the box no more. I'm free, you heard?
Hell yeah.
Free Trails. That's a fact.
You free. Hell
Benny,
yeah.
Benny and them know who that is. That's
Yo,
they
you
bro.
ever
That's
been
my
to
bro
you
got
been to
life for
Buffalo?
that.
You been to Buffalo
Yeah,
a
I've been to
couple
Buffalo
times,
many a
right?
times. I've been to
Yeah?
Attica. I've been to all the jails in that
Oh
hell.
yeah,
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
Wendy,
Oh, no shit.
Orleans, Attica.
It's crazy because that shit's only like 30 minutes
What's
from
that?
us.
Groveland?
I was gonna say
Not
my-
Groveland,
That's just 30 minutes
Groveland.
from us.
My aunt literally lives right
Gowada.
down the street from.
Shit,
from
I been
her.
that whole hub. Wendy,
Yeah.
They
I've
had
been
you all over the
I've been
place.
all over the mountains.
No shit.
Yeah, as I said, like my pops is
That's
known,
crazy,
but I'm
yeah.
known too. They call me Heavy Pockets in the departments of
Pockets,
corrections.
yeah,
You heard? That's a fact.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Cash App himself. You
We
heard?
gotta get you on
Hell
another
yeah, bro.
episode just talking about just your life and how you came up and just like all the shit that happened in prison. Like it's so much
Yeah,
to
'cause-
unpack.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot.
bro,
There's a
like you
lot
said,
going
you
on here for
Yeah.
sure.
And
Because
it's
you
gonna
got
be
your
a
own
movie,
story too.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, my shit is a movie. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just trying to basically get my pop story out there because he was way bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like I said, my pops dealt with Heavy D, Telly Riley. You understand? The women, I don't like his, just with the women alone, my father was so big of a player. You know, it's like 17 of us. You understand? So
Oh damn! All right.
that nigga was,
was
getting so
getting
much
active.
pussy, it's retarded. So it's like when dudes compare themselves, it's like which way you want to go at it with Jesus. You understand? Because we could go at it with the money, we could go at it with the women. You understand? fighting like different topics because he's definitely gonna outnumber niggas in a lot of topics.
Yeah, it seems like your
And
dad
not
held his
telling
own
is
all
definitely
around.
on the number one when it comes to the streets. So I don't see too many dudes' stories being bigger than my dad. Why? Because I've been to the feds myself. So I know niggas in the street know a lot of niggas for not telling this shit. But believe it, the niggas you thought ain't tell, they jail hot. You understand? So you niggas out here sucking niggas' dick that told in jail.
Tough.
That's a fact. You niggas don't know what jail hot mean. So go to jail and you'll find out. Because I did my time. But a lot of dudes I used to look up to, when I went to jail, those be the same niggas dropping the fucking slip.
I was going to say, they gave
So
for the
jail
stay,
hot.
right?
So a lot of
They
you
gave for
niggas
the
don't
stay.
even know that. You
No,
understand?
I heard. Yeah.
So it be the same nigga got the police running in my motherfucking cell because I just came off the visit with the fucking mother load.
Right.
You understand? But y'all talking about this nigga's lit and he's
Hell
that
yeah.
nigga. Yeah, so be easy who you look up to out here. That's why
facts.
it's best to just stay in school and do the right thing now. The streets is over with.
Yup.
That's
You know what I'm
the
saying?
truth.
That's a
right
big
there.
message, man.
That's the
That's
truth.
why I do
Yeah, you
movies and
spread a
documentaries now.
positive
And
message
you doing
too,
it the
man.
right way.
You feel me?
You
Yeah.
doing it the right way.
Yeah, it's
That's
too,
how your
it's
dad
too
would
many
want it, bro.
bozos out here. This shit is
Yeah.
like watered down.
That's how your dad would want it too, bro.
Yeah, so
For
pretty
real, it
much.
sounds like your dad was a stand-up dude, and like he got caught up in that lifestyle. And who wouldn't when that much money's coming in? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But he
back then it
always
was
kept a
different.
positive influence on his children, though. You know what I mean? So it seems like you're trying to spread a positive message. You know what I'm saying? So that's
My
cool.
message pretty like for my little brothers and sisters. You feel me? When I came home, like a lot of information I'm finding out about my dad is new to me. Like I wasn't here when he died, so you know they say he died of natural causes and stuff, which I know is true because his wife and me is very close. But at the same time, you know, me and my dad was close, so I would like to be here when he passed away. You feel me? I wasn't able to go because I was high risk with security. You feel me? Doing to the marshals and the feds, you know, they don't, you know, really like people go. That's high risk to the funeral. So I wasn't able to make it. So I said when I came out, I got little brothers and sisters. That's little because my father still was active. So he got little babies still that don't know that he was Mike Tyson's best friend.
Wow.
Damn.
That don't know he knew Mike Heavy D.
How old's his youngest kid?
Shit, his youngest, I think Cash is Rocky's the youngest. I'm not even sure. So I don't want to lie because we all got different mothers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I want to say it probably around 13.
Oh,
now.
Wow.
Damn.
Young.
Yeah. So now
He was getting busy.
Yeah, he
was
get
getting
busy.
boy.
and he got like two of them, Cash and Rocky, like the same right behind each other. So my thing, that's the one you see me on my IG. I'm holding my little brother in my hand. That's the youngest.
Wow.
So basically, my thing with them is to show them where we came from. Because most of the time when I grew up, like, they sent us to school to go see Martin Luther King and Christopher Columbus, but motherfuckers' household don't even know where they came from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing always been to know where I came from, who my family roots is. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I said with the documentary, that'd be a good look for me to let my little brothers and sisters know who their father was.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know a little bit, but I'm still learning. So I know at least let them get the real spill from their older brother. You feel me?
I mean, some people, like their family, they have like all that shit figured out. And like, I'm kind of still in the same boat as you. Like, I'm still figuring out shit about like my family. I'm 30 years old. I found out some shit the other day about like my grandfather and my great grandfather and shit.
Yeah, like you just said. I didn't even know that. I'm 40 in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that my grandfather wasn't my grandfather. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
How the fuck I learned that? I love my grandfather to death.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that ain't my grandfather. So
Right.
now my father, dad, everybody in Cypress think that my father, dad, which is my grandfather, Grandpa Ricky.
Yeah.
That's who everybody in my projects know is my father, dad. You know, to the documentary, to me doing the documentary, we just finding out that that's not my pop's dad.
Wow.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it's shit out here that motherfuckers gonna argue you down talking about they know, but you really don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because my grandparents is dead now. You know what I'm saying? So now it took me to go to their grave site with my father, uncle, which is my grandmother brother that I told you that's helping me, and he broke everything down to me that my grandfather ain't my grandfather. My dad, father was a fucking crackhead, bro.
Wow.
Damn.
Word.
That's insane.
And he had a fucking mean DNA because we get some fucking money. So it's like, I don't know which grandpa DNA, but that shit was valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because he made my pops, but we don't even know the motherfucker. I never even seen him.
I mean, I feel like everybody got somebody in their family that's got like, you know, crackhead, alcoholic, whatever.
But I mean, it's not,
you know what I mean?
Like in that era, that's what we was in.
Yeah.
So my aunt could be a crackhead. Yeah, my mother, anybody, because like that era, bass took over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was so addiction that anybody could get addicted. You can't even really name nobody a crackhead. It's just that we grew up saying stuff like that. But that's not a proper word to say. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We realists. So it's like, I know mad crackheads. They know they smoke crack. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's the fact.
Ain't no disrespect. You
Yeah,
like to get out.
man.
I
What
was
do you-
I was gonna say,
Respectfully, you get out. You like to get out.
I got a crackhead. I got a
Because you can't say they
crackhead in
won't
my
kill
family.
you or you won't say
I'm not
they
gonna
don't
throw.
get
I'm
money.
not gonna
You
say
got
who it
functional
is.
crackheads.
I'm not gonna say who
You got
it is.
crackheads
Working
that drive
jobs.
Lamborghinis. You got crackheads that drive Benzes.
Oh yeah.
Because when I was a youngster, I was giving crackheads a bomb. Look, here go 10 cracks, and they was giving me their Jaguar. I used to love when this nigga, I named him Jaguar. I didn't even know the nigga name till later. His name was Mel. All I know he had a Jaguar. When that motherfucker come, I'll be fiending to give him my pack. And I drive that fucking Jaguar all through the project front. You know what I'm saying? So you got functional people that get high. That's just what they like to do. It's,
for
it's
sure.
like in that era, crack was lit. So it was like motherfuckers like K2 now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
K2 is the new crack.
It's
You know
crazy.
what I'm saying? It's the same shit. In jail, you go to jail, you'll give a motherfucker some sour diesel, they'll throw that shit back at you. They don't want that. They want K2.
Oh, nah.
That's a fact.
Hell, nah.
That's how it is. I'm
I
telling you.
heard
You
of
can
people
say hell
taking.
no, whatever. That's what it is.
Yo, I have a question for you though.
And
So
they smoking paper.
I was gonna
They
say.
ain't no
So that's what I was
fucking
gonna
leafy.
say. I heard of people taking.
bro.
They're taking Raid bug spray.
Exactly.
Spraying
Rope
out the
spray. Niggas
paper,
getting high for rope
letting
spray,
it dry
doggy.
out, and then motherfuckers would literally buy that shit and smoke it.
That's a fact.
Like literally,
buy it, make it big money
you go
too.
into the fucking
this is
cell
happening
block,
in
and all you
prison and
smell is
shit, like,
fucking burning
Yeah,
paper.
that shit been happening
That's
in prison for the
crazy.
last 10 years. Man, they had that shit on the news. Motherfuckers is jumping off the shit on
tiers
Rackets
and-
Island.
yeah,
All
yeah.
type of shit, man. I had a rough bid. Just know that. Because I
my-
dealt with a whole bunch of deuce heads.
Yeah.
Word, that shit was crazy. Niggas is
Wildin'
in
the fuck
Dubai every
out.
2 seconds.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
motherfucker don't play
That's
with that
crazy,
Dubai.
bro.
They go to Dubai for real.
Yeah, for real.
Y'all going on trips on the plane. They taking themselves there.
Flying, boy.
That's a fact. Yeah. The jail is a whole different world.
Man.
With the weed, is not strong enough. People want shit that kill them. Like in jail, motherfuckers don't want to do their time.
I mean,
So
that
they
shit's
looking for
boring,
stuff
bro.
that
I mean, I
they
feel
looking
like
for
that's
something
kinda
to knock
out of
their
it.
head off.
Yep.
that's kind of how a lot of people are though. Like, you know, watching fucking, you know, I watch a lot of documentaries and shit. You know, something I like to do when I'm bored. But I've seen like, you know, a lot of like heroin addict shit. When they fucking get a good batch, they fucking OD, and that's the shit they want. You know what I mean?
And then when they try to
When they
revive
get-
you with
when
the
they get a
Narcan,
regular
they be like,
bag-
they mad at you while you
They
revive
get a
me.
regular bag,
Like,
they
bro,
get
you
high
on
and they
the-
don't
you-
OD.
you at
They're
that-
like,
that
nah, I don't
point.
want
Yeah,
this.
you
They'll
gonna
go
die,
back.
bro. But that's like the best high they ever had. Like,
Yeah.
I talk to some of these dudes like, I'm like, yo,
So
what
they
the
almost
fuck?
dying and they happy that
Yeah.
they died.
Literally,
Yeah,
yeah.
They like,
Say
I
crazy.
ain't gonna lie. I had a lot of friends die off that shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
In jail, bro. I was in Southport, and my man, bro, it's like I seen him. It's like in jail. This when you take your picture, right? You get your ID. You always got to remember you only got one face. Is your face, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to make sure that you get back to your family. You feel me? So
Right.
when you around all these dudes, it's like you become friends with them and y'all become a little family too because y'all all going through the same thing.
Yep.
Right.
But you got to always remember jealousy is still at bay. You understand? Meaning, say if I'm going home in 2 months from now,
Yeah,
and
you
you're
don't
going
better
home
not
a
tell
year from
nobody.
now. You understand? Shit is just weird.
Yeah.
But you think you comfortable enough to tell these people. So like I said, with Deuce, I seen a lot of dudes kill themselves with that shit because they comfortable with smoking like what us for. And I roll up and I let you hit it, right? Boom. And I see, you know, our bodies is different. I might work out more than you, or whatever the case might be. You might eat more than me, so you might can hold the deuce down more than my body can. So I done seen dudes pass the shit and hit it 2-3 times, bro, and fall right down on their fucking face and bust their whole fucking shit on the concrete because me and you will be passing it and go like that. And by that time, that nigga's gone.
He's gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit is something that you got to be strong-minded. When I mean strong-minded, meaning if you let that shit take you, it's over. You understand?
Yeah.
And it's just like prison. Prison is what? You got to be strong-minded.
Oh, yeah.
If you let it take you, it's what? It's over. It's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas come out of prison, and it's niggas that don't come out.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, when you coming out to dealing with a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's miserable.
Yep.
That,
You
and I
understand?
think there's also the third option too that people don't forget it, don't remember about. It's like there's people that make it out, but they don't mentally. They're still there. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
fact. That's
and
how I told you I was for
you're
2
making
years.
shit happen out here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like so.
Yeah.
But don't
You're
think my
proving
shit's
that it
still
can be
not
done,
fucked
bro.
up.
I'm not. No, I'm not
Yeah.
saying
My
you're
shit's
perfect,
still
but I
fucked
definitely,
up, you know?
gotta give you, the props for that for sure.
Well, I
you know?
appreciate that
Yeah.
coming from you, because to me, I ain't do shit yet. You understand? I'm not oppressed. You feel
No,
me?
but you
Yeah.
know,
I still got a lot
Because you
of
got a lot of
polishing up to
goals, though,
do.
that you're trying to reach, man. You
feel
got a lot
me?
of things you're trying to do, bro. That's
everything
the main thing.
everything worth doing it's a progress, you know what I mean? And a lot of people say they want to do shit, but they're not even making the first couple steps in the right direction, you know what I mean? So
You killing
that's
it,
what
bro.
you're doing, you know what I mean? You
You're
might not
killing
be
it.
where you want to be, but you're moving in the right direction, which is saying something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
You're making shit happen.
You just keep pushing.
Yeah,
bro.
well, I appreciate
Yeah,
y'all
you gotta just
definitely.
keep
yeah.
pushing.
Because
Don't
I
ever
be
stop.
feeling like nobody even see that shit. Like, I be beefing with my own friend. Like I said, it's 17 of us.
Yeah.
So it's like, why the fuck am I the only one pushing my pop story? But then when everything go right, niggas want to be
here they
around
come.
like they the kids.
Yeah,
You
here they
understand? So,
come.
with my thing, with my father's story, it's not about, money. It's not about nothing. It's about making sure that dudes know that my dad was somebody, and he wasn't a nigga that told on nobody. He was not nobody that put people in fucked up situations.
Yeah, he was a real
dudes that
stand-up dude,
He's
yeah.
still paying people mortgages and shit, and he ain't even here.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you want to keep a dude story alive? You understand?
Yeah.
He not no 50 Cent. He not making no moves right now. He don't got no new motion.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's still taking care of people, you understand, to this day. So at the end of the day, he gave back to the community at points of time, took the community kids to trips, places and stuff where they wouldn't have been able to go with their parents, unfortunately, because their parents wasn't, funded
Yeah.
with the money at the time to get their kids to those areas. He made it happen. You feel me? So
Right.
why wouldn't we want to keep somebody in New York name alive for once? You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it ain't really no dude stories out here like that. That's really the GOATs. You understand? So
Yeah.
it's different. Niggas had money, but niggas ain't had Puerto Rican Jesus money. My father was shutting Rucker down when Craig Mack, Biggie Smalls, Mace, all them niggas were signed to Puffy. The whole Bad Boy team.
Yeah.
Puffy allowed to tell you that shit.
Yeah.
And my pops pull up the Rucker and shut that nigga down.
He
Puffy
might
couldn't
try
even
to
fuck with him yet.
tell that so he
He's
can get
tied
out of
up
jail.
too, though. You know?
Yeah, well, he could tell it
He's
from jail.
tied up.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
no,
Because at the
you're
end of
right.
the day, he's a part of my pop's story. So we
Absolutely.
want to
Yeah.
hear his shit too from jail.
Hell yeah.
You feel me? All his kids,
Hell yeah.
his kids know my little brothers. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
So
Hey, you know
his
what?
kids
He
would
might
do it.
end
Yep.
up doing that so he can get some money for commissary because
Yeah, well, that shit
They
costs.
took everything
Mac
else.
Wills is expensive in that shit, Puffy.
Yeah, for
I'm
real.
telling you that now. J-Pay, all that shit. I
he
know
better
how to
get-
work the kiosks. I know about all that
He
shit.
better become mentally
You feel
strong
me?
like you, brother.
That's a fact.
You know
I
what
can
I'm
get
saying?
him on. He need an essay.
He might need you, bro.
That's a fact. I
Yeah.
can mentor him in that shit because
hell
I'm a
yeah. Yo,
box
Puffy.
monster.
Yeah.
Yo, Puffy.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
fact.
You need the
I've been
book.
in-
If you need the book, you holler at him. He get you
Yeah,
the
for
book.
real, man.
Yeah, I help you with
all
any
you gotta
day
do
you
is
need
tell
to learn
his
how to
story.
fish, nigga. Whatever you want to get your shit to the next cell. You want to learn how anything you need to know about there, I can help you out with. And you feel me?
Teach him
That's
how
a
to fly a
fact.
kite.
Anything. I teach him how to get that shit to North Pole if he needed to get there.
Yeah,
That's a fact. We know how to do a lot of fishing, baby.
Hell yeah.
Just make sure you get you some A&D
That's incredible,
ointment.
bro.
Yeah, or some Colgate, nigga, when you go to commissary. I'm the best 2 cars to drive with, nigga. You ain't
Hell
in the
yeah.
street no more.
Hell yeah.
Ain't no more Lamborghinis and shit. The Lamborghini is the Colgate and the A&D ointment, nigga. Get it some get some bed top, and that shit gonna work magic.
Hell
You
yeah.
gonna get in every cell you need to get in nice and smooth. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro.
Crazy.
You gotta learn how to jail now. Two different worlds. That's what a lot of dudes know how to do. They know how to be in the street, but you gotta know how to get your ass comfortable when you ain't in the street.
Yep.
Yeah, literally.
Because
It's
I
a
was
different
comfortable.
demon. It's a
Literally.
different
Yeah, I
type.
don't know.
It's a whole nother world.
Yeah.
Whole nother
It's a
world, baby.
whole nother
So
world.
if you was puffy, you gotta be puffy in there. That's what I tell dudes all the time. You gotta be the both same in both places.
Yeah.
Cause the jail is different. It's somebody else that's puffy in there.
Oh
Sorry to tell you.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
true.
sorry to tell you.
He gonna be puffy when they done with him.
Yeah. That ass would be puffy.
Woo!
No
Oh
homo.
shit.
Yo,
'Cause
that's some real shit
they
though.
definitely ain't gonna play with
You
him.
could be
Oh, no,
somebody.
yeah,
you could be somebody that
man.
can help him though, bro. For real.
Yeah, just
all he got to do is talk
Nah,
about.
or
you
just
know?
decide with Puff, like I said, if he need any help with jail, he should have been reached out to Puerto
Yeah.
Rican Jesus son. A lot of dudes I heard he reached out to, but they not really nobody like that. Not in here. So
Yeah.
they ain't gonna be able to help him.
Yeah,
You feel
bro.
me? You gotta know people, bro. This shit go a long way like the street. You feel? Unfortunately, I've been in jail my whole life, so you know I know a lot of them dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my butt cheeks gonna be alright in jail. I'm alright.
You straight.
I'm,
you
yeah, I'm
good.
straight. Heterosexual, how you call it? I'm Gucci. Ain't no bedtime stories about D Nice and I've been there my whole life. Yeah, I was going to bed quite right by myself.
You straight.
Hell
You
yeah,
good.
bro.
You
Yeah.
good.
Yo, that's what.
But he
Yeah,
definitely
man.
needs some help though. That shit ain't,
Yeah,
it's not easy to be in there. His mental, that's where he need the most part help at.
Right.
You know, we joking and clowning, but you know, I don't put that on nobody.
Yo, I got a
feel me?
question for you. It's totally off topic. I mean, not really off topic, but I seen a video of they had Puff in the jail cell in MDC riding around a fucking electric scooter in there. You think
I
that's
don't
real?
think that was true. No, I've been to MDC many a time.
They had somebody. There was
Yeah.
like a. I don't know
I've
if
been
it's
to
an AI
MDC,
video
Brooklyn.
or what. Or
I've
like,
been there when Supreme was there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I done been there with niggas that's bigger than Puffy that was
Yeah.
there. Puffy is somebody.
Right.
Don't never get that twisted. But he's not somebody in the street like
Right,
big
yeah.
as Kenneth McGriff Supreme. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Preem
yeah.
had his own flow on that motherfucker. I was in G41, he was in G43. And he had his own floor. You understand?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Meaning the whole unit is him by himself in there because he's so powerful. You know what I'm saying? So these is dudes like my father. You understand what I'm saying? So Puff is Puffy for music and stuff like that. But in this jail, it's niggas that's gangbang. It's too much status dudes that's way past him.
Right,
He's
yeah.
like a small fry now.
Right,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? He's a celebrity person that be in PC.
I just was
and
kind of
shit
looking
like
at
that.
it like, you
Like,
know,
Puff gotta
they
go
say
to
Puff was a
PC.
billionaire.
Oh
so
no,
like,
he can't go to population.
before, you know, they say before he got raided and all that shit, he was like worth $1 billion. So I'm like,
Yeah, Puff that
know-
dude. You feel me? Like I said, you can't never discredit Puff for nothing that he accomplished. But at the end of the day, the things that he like to do with his free play, we not into.
Free play.
So
I like that.
that's
gotta
one way to,
allow
that's
him
one
to
way to
be
say it.
Yeah.
Free
the
play.
way he is. Cause you are who you are, player. So you was
Yeah.
that before he
Yeah.
got there. So you know, if he like boys, y'all been knew he like boys. Stop acting like it's new.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all just don't like him no more because he's not here in a beneficial spot where he can help people no more. So now y'all saying, oh yeah, let me bash him with the other people.
Yep.
But y'all
Yep.
wouldn't bash him if he was out right now and still that billionaire, because he still is, if they
Right,
let him out tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah, for
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Everybody
very
gonna be back on Puff time.
Hell yeah.
So that, you know,
very
that's
true.
corny. I won't bash a dude because he's gay. You understand?
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with being gay, but just
Yeah,
let
for
the world know you're gay.
Yeah.
Don't hide it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being gay. You're gay. That's it. Be happy about what you are.
Hell
That's
yeah.
it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I like pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy about getting pussy. That's it.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
that's
You
it.
feel me? It's moral to the story. You be who you are. You don't got to
Hell
worry
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what? That's fucking life, really. Like, when it comes to a lot of shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's like best,
Nobody wants to
some
be
of the
who
best,
they are,
best
bro.
advice you could give to anybody, really.
Yeah.
Be yourself, you know what I mean?
See, when we
You're
grow
gonna have
up,
a whole lot less problems.
that's a fact. When we grow up, we all idol people, I say, because I wanted to be like, when I was growing up, like I said, at one point in time, I wanted to be like a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
One point in time, I wanted to be a G.I. Joe.
Or fucking
You
Ninja
understand?
Turtle or
That's what
something.
you got
yeah.
Halloween for, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I
you
feel
dress
you.
up in all different costumes you want to be. You know what I'm saying? But when you get older now, and you hitting real life stages. Now you really gotta pick what you want to be.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
can't
hard,
play dress
bro.
up every now and
yeah,
then.
so really, I'm gonna be real with you. A motherfucker don't know. I know I didn't know what I wanted to be till I got about 20-something, 30 years old, bro.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up to say, but it's real. You understand? And it took too long for me to understand what the fuck I wanted to be. But I tried to be all type of shit.
Yep.
You understand? But it wasn't for me. You understand? It ended me putting me in positions in life where I knew I didn't want to be in.
Yeah.
But it was too late. You understand? So I learned the hard way. So I advise people to be themselves.
See, that's kind of like, that's why I love like doing this podcast shit, because, you know what I mean? Me and Motique have, you know, we have fun on here. You know, we're ourselves. We kind of, you know, use the platform to like lift people up and share people's stories and like help
Motivation.
people out and motivation and all that shit. You know what I mean? And it helps us out at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's good for everybody. And it really kind of just, you know, drives home that point. Like, be yourself, do what you love. You know what I mean? And
That's
it's
a
just
fact.
gonna work out for you in the end. You
That's
know?
a fact, man.
That's a
And
fact.
like
being
everything
real
we
is what's
talking
gonna get
about,
you
and
there.
everything we talking about is not like glorifying the hood, glorifying jail. Like, this is for the youngsters and
No,
the
he
young,
meant
and the youth
don't
to be
go
like,
to
yo,
jail.
like,
He's definitely
Yeah.
said,
Please don't
don't
go
do
to
that.
jail.
He
Learn from
definitely
it.
said,
be
Yeah.
better,
you know.
elevate yourself.
Yeah,
you know,
don't
like,
go to jail,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Listen, jail is for bozos, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? When I was going to jail, I was disappointed at myself. You understand? I felt like a piece of shit. I stopped calling my best friends and all that the last time I went to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even want them niggas to hear the phone say, you gotta collect. You know what I'm saying? That shit made me feel embarrassed, bro. Like, if you a grown man out here thinking jail cool, you's a fucking cornball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
You know
real.
what I'm saying? Because even when I was doing wrong, I knew that shit wasn't cool.
Yep.
But it was circumstances that I was under already, that I already had did dumb shit, that I just kept continuing the dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now that I cleared my past and I did all my time for the shit that I committed, I came home this time. I said, I'm not gonna put myself back in position where I know I could end up doing something wrong.
And
So
that's-
what I
that's
do,
the-
I stay away from shit that I used to do, you feel me? And
Hell
try
yeah.
all new stuff that I didn't do.
And that's the best part about your whole story, because you know what I mean. A lot of people will connect to like all the shit that you went through and all this, but like at the end of the day, you're learning the lesson that, like, you know, it's best to avoid all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You wouldn't be doing that shit right now.
Nah,
You know
it's
what I
over
mean?
for that.
You know, and
I lay that pussy down. That's what I call it. It's over.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm soft now. They got it. All the tough guys, they can have it. I'm done
Yeah.
with that shit.
Hell yeah, bro.
Like, I'm cool being pussy. You heard? Because I know that I've been through certain stuff in life that I'm comfortable being me. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm not the toughest nigga in the world. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
I don't got to be the toughest nigga in the world, but I'm not the softest nigga in the world either. That's why I've been on the news plenty of times.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't never catch regular cases. All my shit make the news. You could Google me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So where I'm at in life now, what can you Google me for positive though? I want to be known for good shit.
Well, that's
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
It's
the
time
best
now.
part.
It's your time
Yeah,
now
so,
because it's
You know,
documentary
now's your
and shit.
opportunity to do
This
that.
is it. This
It's
is
to
it.
talk
my
about, you
business
know,
is
all the
about
shit
change,
you did.
You feel me? I'm not
And-
about negative no more.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
spin it
That's
in a positive
inspirational.
light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I want
inspiring,
to turn like dudes that look at me and be heard stuff about me. They like, damn, that's the nigga, the same nigga, but I'm not the same nigga. You heard? Excuse my
Yeah.
language. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was growing up, I was taught that was cool. I wasn't
Yeah.
taught that wasn't cool.
Right.
So I want to teach my youth that it ain't cool, the
Yeah.
things that I was doing.
Well, that's
You
yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
This, you know, this might be your opportunity. You know what I mean? One person might see your shit and think, damn, you know, I'm doing some similar shit. And
time to
if this
change,
dude can
you
make
know?
it out and push himself into a positive, you know, direction with his life, like maybe I could do the same shit. You know what I mean? Because
It's motivational. It is.
that's the thing. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks shit's impossible till you hear about a story of somebody doing it and making it happen. And then you're like, okay, well, maybe I can figure this shit out, you know, and make it happen.
Yeah,
So
man.
That's a big fact.
I think that's pretty much all we got for you. I can't think of anything
Yeah,
else.
man. It was.
Yo,
yeah,
it was
well,
an
we had,
absolute
you know that.
pleasure to have you, bro. For real.
Yeah,
Like,
for real.
Yeah.
You got an inspirational story. That documentary is coming very soon, and he's doing it all by himself.
Yo,
so
check that B-roll
That's a
too,
fact.
man. We trying to
throw
grow
a
through
motherfucker
Cypress.
boom, man. Like,
Oh yeah,
pause,
you
but
definitely
like
come
throw
through
a
Cypress
motherfucker,
real
help
quick.
him
I'd
out,
spin
you
the
know what
block,
I'm saying?
take y'all through Cypress anytime.
Yeah.
Y'all
Hell
already
yeah.
know.
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, yo, I'm telling you, like, this is gonna be a big podcast.
Yeah, this gonna be a big podcast.
It's gonna be a big podcast.
Like I said, y'all got the D Nice out from Cypress, East New York finest. Y'all already know who I am. I'm Mr. Brooklyn himself. Y'all already know. Catch me at Fort Greene Day. We be there this summer. You already know Fort Greene Day lit.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the Knicks tonight. You definitely take
Oh,
the
yeah.
pictures
Shout out
out.
to the Knicks.
Let's go.
Playoffs,
Big
baby.
New York, that's my dad's favorite team. If y'all ain't know now, y'all know
Let's
now.
go.
Game
yeah.
time.
So we
you heard?
definitely taking it. I said if we win the ring this year, it's definitely time to put the Puerto Rican Jesus movie out there. You
Let's go.
heard?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
It's
for
our
sure.
time.
We need it, bro.
You know what I mean? New York
That's
ain't
it.
winning in a long time. So,
Yep.
like I said, Mike, we definitely need all connections now.
Mike, we need you.
Yeah,
Come
that's
a
on,
fact.
Mike. Come
We
on,
got
Make it
Mike.
happen.
We gotta make this shit happen, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because my dad and you was definitely close friends. It's no secret. So, let's get this thing going so we can show these people that we got the biggest story on the East Coast.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah. This is the Buffalo Experience Podcast. I'm rolling with Big Dave.
I'm Mo Teagues.
I'm King Taco.
And I'm D Nice, the son of Puerto Rican Jesus, the late great.
Yeah,
Documentary coming
man.
Hell
soon.
yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Yo, it was a pleasure having you, my brother.
Appreciate
for real,
y'all.
man.
You already
Hell yeah.
know.
We appreciate all that,
of
man,
y'all.
for
You
real.
know that.